Hello, I'm Sarah Tellier, an MLIS graduate and intern at the District Department of Transportation's Library and Archive. This summer, one of the projects I was able to work on was researching the history of DC's call boxes and, using the DDOT Back in Time online archive, compile a digital exhibit on the topic, which is available at the link on the bottom of the screen. When I first moved to the DC metro area, I wasn't sure what these little towers actually were. In fact, they were quite mysterious to me. I had seen some of these abandoned metal shells throughout the district in various neighborhoods. They sometimes looked similar to the one in this image, which was taken as a part of a reconstruction project of Cleveland Avenue from 1988 and is contained within DDOT's archival holdings. Through this project, I came to discover that the call boxes have a prominent history in the district, one that continues today. The District of Columbia was one of the first places in America to have fire alarm call boxes installed in the early 1880s. Less than a decade later, the Gamewell Fire Alarm Telegraph Company had installed fire alarm boxes in hundreds of cities across the United States, some of which still stand in cities like San Francisco and Boston. Police call boxes were not far behind, and all 9 police precincts within the district had call boxes in use before the beginning of the 20th century. As this map from 1891 shows, fire and police call boxes could be found throughout the district. You can see that fire alarm call boxes, which appear as red dots on the map, occur at somewhat regular intervals, which would ensure that anyone was able to easily access a nearby box and call for help in case of fire. The police call boxes, marked as blue dots, are somewhat irregularly scattered in comparison. Unlike the fire alarm call boxes, which were intended for public use, the police call boxes were only used by police patrolling their assigned routes, which wound through various streets and neighborhoods, and required a key to be opened. In the district, fire and police call boxes are able to be differentiated by their shape. As we can see in these photographs from DDOT's archive, fire alarm boxes are either harp or house-shaped. Each fire alarm box was individually numbered and connected to a central dispatch through a vast network of underground telegraph cables. When the call box mechanism was engaged, a signal would be sent to a central station and fire engines would be dispatched to the alarm's location. In these images, we can see police call boxes, which are oval in shape. As with the fire alarm call boxes, the police call boxes were individually numbered. As they walked their patrol route, police officers were expected to check in with their precincts from particular boxes on a set schedule. This way, they were able to exchange information with their station about occurrences in their area and call for backup or transportation if needed. From the image on the left, we can see that one of DDOT's predecessors, the Department of Highways, assisted with call box maintenance. With the introduction of the 911 system and the growing use of two-way radios, the use of call boxes across the district and the country declined. By the early 1980s, the district's call boxes had fallen into disuse and disrepair. For safety, the box's internal wires and mechanisms were removed. However, the heavy cast iron call boxes remained in place throughout DC. By the late 1990s, some members of the public felt that the rusting boxes had become eyesores, and the city enlisted DDOT to remove the boxes. However, after lobbying efforts from various neighborhood and historical associations who saw the cultural value of restoring or repurposing the boxes, the removal effort was halted. In 2000, the nonprofit Cultural Tourism DC, in partnership with the DC Commission on the Arts and Humanities and DDOT, founded the Art on Call initiative. By 2003, in order to facilitate the revitalization of the abandoned call boxes, DDOT stripped the lead paint from, primed, and prepared over 700 boxes. Today, dozens of revitalized and repurposed call boxes can be found through the city, often dedicated to people and places important to the district, its neighborhoods, or to the country as a whole. More information can be found on the DDOT Back in Time online archive, including the digital exhibit. This list also contains other sources of information on DC's call boxes and the history of call boxes generally. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed learning about DC's call boxes.